Welcome, Norse fans, to Norsin Around, part of the Grueling Truth Radio Network. As always, I'm your host, James Ernst, along with Alex Gray. Alex, what has the Norse been up to?
The Norse men's team has had 2 straight wins, both at home. In the first game, they played Youngstown State. That was on Thursday. They improved to 11-5 with an 83-70 victory. This was led by Mason Faulkner, who had 24 points, making the game his 3rd straight with a new career high. Let's see, the freshman Carson Williams and Levon Holland rounded out NKU's players double figures with 12 and 11 respectively. Drew McDonald had 15 points. McDonald's playing really well. So, yeah, really good game there. The Norse played really well, I must say. They've done really well as of late, and they had another win against Cleveland State. That was an 83-75 victory. And it was Drew McDonald, 37 points with 10 rebounds. 37 points, man, that's insane.
That is very impressive. Yes, that is quite nice. I mean, instead of just the awards that the 2 won this week, heck, he might be up for, well, actually not with that one fellow, Valpo. Otherwise, I was going to say he might be up for Player of the Year. Well, he might get nominated at least, because Drew has had a great year. Both McDonald and Faulkner won Horizon League honors this week. McDonald, of course, was the Player of the Week, and Faulkner was the Freshman of the Week. So, it's always nice to be recognized.
Much deserved in that game as well. Speaking of Mason Faulkner, he had double figures for the 3rd straight game. He racked up 16 points, 7 for 10 performance on the line. Jordan Garnett had 8 points. 9 points and 8 points from Carson Williams and Cole Murray. So offensively, they've been really good as of late. And, just 37 points from McDonald is the most in the Division I era record for NKU since David Palmer scored 39 in 2009 against UC Claremont.
Nice. So that's always good to break records and establish new goals for the players to achieve. Sounds nice. Mm-hmm. So who do they got next?
The men's team has 2 trips up to Wisconsin coming up on Tuesday and Thursday. They play Green Bay, then they play Milwaukee, and then on the 20th, they're home against Oakland.
Looking forward to that game. Once again, another one I'm hoping to get to. Unfortunately, with the incumbent weather on Thursday, I wasn't able to make it out to that game. Were you able to perform in any of those games?
Unfortunately, no. We not everyone was, of course, back in town for school yet, but I do know that I will be performing on the 14th for the women's game they'll have against Wright State.
Nice. That'll be good. So classes start back today?
Yes, they did. Classes did start back up today.
Excellent. So, of course, I know the coaches love that downtime there when they don't have to compete against classes for a practice schedule, so that's always nice. Like you said, they'd been doing quite well. They've been winning the awards. Maybe setting up for a nice postseason run as well, either in the NCAA or maybe even in the NIT, depending on how well they do in the Horizon League tournament. So we're looking forward to that.
Definitely.
Now, you mentioned you're going to be performing at the women's game on the 14th. What have the women been up to?
Well, since we last had our show, they were 1-1. They had 1 win, 1 loss. The first game they had a loss against Cleveland State, 58-54. So relatively close game. They fall to 4-11, 0-3 in the Horizon League. Junior guard Mikayla Terry led the Norse in scoring with 14 points. That was all in the second half. Utrecht added 12 points as NQ's only other double-digit scorer. Rebecca Lyttle was 1 rebound shy of tying her season-high best in offensive rebounds with 9. And Cherie Davis, the redshirt senior, tied her season and career high with 7 assists on the night. So there you go there. And as for the other game against Youngstown State, that was a victory. They won 87-81. So they managed to pick up their first win in Horizon League play in overtime. Rebecca Lyttle led the way with 23 points. recording her third double-double of the season and fifth of her career with 11 rebounds. Casey Utrick also recorded a double-double with 22 points and a career-best 16 rebounds, which 15 were defensive. Mikayla Terry and senior guard Cherie Davis also scored in double digits with 16 and 11 points respectively.
Wow. So Rebecca looked like she had one heck of a game there with the points and the rebounds. Wow. But she's been playing solid, so that's always nice to see. Unfortunately, it's a shame that she's a senior, so she won't be around for the progress that hopefully the rest of the team will make during the off season. But definitely a really strong contributor to the Norse. Like you mentioned, Casey being a junior and all, that's always, like you said, good that she'll be back next year, getting a double-double, 22 points. Wow. I mean, they had one heck of a nice game there on Sunday. Hopefully there were people that got, or no, that was Saturday. Hopefully there were enough of the fans that got to see that and get the opportunity to see such talented young ladies play. So let's see, what do they got next?
They have Wright State next on the 14th, and then the 16th they have at Detroit. So that's their next two games.
Excellent. And then, of course, anytime they get the opportunity to go up to Detroit, helps to prepare them for the tournament because that's where the Horizon League tournament takes place, is up in Detroit. So that's always good or bad. If it just depends on your perspective if you like Detroit or not. Yeah, I don't know if that one would be on my list of things to travel to, but hopefully the fans do give it a try. For the men and the women to go out and support them. Just don't stray too far from the arena or the hotel. But yeah, so they got some good games coming up. Like you said, you're going to be performing on the 14th. The pep band will be back, playing all the hits that they normally play. So what are some of the more popular songs that y'all get into? Because it's been a while since I've paid attention. I mean, I remember back in the day as a fan knowing all the stuff, but nowadays when I'm watching the game, I'm too focused on the game to really enjoy the atmosphere. What's some of the hits y'all play?
We play some songs such as Crazy Train, play some new songs, 25 to 6 or 4, I love playing that one. The horse that goes da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun. I love that one too. I love playing that one. We play a lot of cool songs. Last year we played Jump by Van Halen.
Oh, cool.
So, of course, we have our amazing fight song as well. We got a few quickies as well. I believe we're learning Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. So I love that song, so that's definitely going to be fun to play.
Fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I know they recently had the backpack giveaway at the men's game on Saturday. Here, that was a big hit. The first 500 kids got an NKU backpack. Any other neat promotions coming up? I'll let you give you a sec to look that.
Good point. I'm not sure. I could definitely look that up in another time.
Yeah, exactly. We can always, exactly. We'll cover that on our next show because that is one of the nice things about the Norse. They've been doing this year. They've been trying to be more elaborate, more creative with their the promotional opportunities. So hopefully that keeps going. Alex, how do they listen to your other show?
What's that?
Don't you have another show you do on NKU? Yes.
It's on Norse Code Radio, a student-based radio campus radio station. And I have a show called Pony Express Sports. I talk about sports, NKU sports, and then, of course, I talk about regional and then, news. So, yeah, I talk a lot of different sports there. And I also want to point out that they have also announced the baseball schedule for the NKU baseball team.
Excellent. Yeah, it looks like they have some games against Louisville, UC, some big-time opponents.
That's good. Yeah, they got at Cincinnati in March. They have a 3-game set. They play in Miami, Ohio, and Dayton, Eastern Kentucky on here as well.
The thing I really like about their series with UC is that they play at UC, but then they come back home for one game and play UC at Northern. So you can go over and experience the nice Marchot Stadium, Heck, actually, buying season tickets just for those two games might almost be worth it, because UC's tickets for adults is only like $30 for the whole season and $15 for the kids. But the nice thing is, the way I understand it, and I could be wrong in this, but I believe I'm correct, is NKU doesn't even charge for their games.
Yeah, and I know when I was a kid and I lived in Louisville, they were the same way when they opened up their stadium. And funny enough, apparently on the schedule, they play at Louisville Slugger Field, it says. I don't know if that's a typo, but if that's for real, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a nice stadium down there. Yeah, that's where the Louisville Bats play. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a soccer team playing there. The ACC baseball tournament's going to be played there, too, this year, so that's exciting as well.
Nice. Sounds great. So sounds like a lot of nice info. As always, check out our other podcasts on thegruelingtruth.net. I've got a lot of coverage of course, the national championship game, which was tonight, the NBA season, of course, the football playoffs, so wide diversity of options. Dwight Stone, Steelers, Dolphins, well, that already happened. So Dwight Stone's Steelers, Kansas City Chiefs preview, all kinds of good stuff. So for James Ernest and Alex Gray, we appreciate you listening to The Grueling Truth, and I'm Norsin Around on the Grueling Truth Radio Network. Thank you and have a great week.